And just like that, FC Barcelona are back in action. We play Mallorca, Real Mallorca in our La Liga opener. And Barcelona, we got to, and we got to start off strong in La Liga. But guys, I'm so happy to be back. FC Barcelona football is the reason why this channel was built. I know the transfer window, the transfer talk, Nico Williams saga, Joan Garcia saga, Rashford, all of it, Luis Diaz, all that stuff with Ter Stegen. But the reason why this channel was made was to speak on FC Barcelona performances, not the transfer window. And I'm happy to be back with a match preview against Real Mallorca. We must win this game. FC Barcelona need to start off strong. And to all the Barcelona fans, I'm going to be honest, the La Liga openers are not always easy. In the last couple years, Hansi Flick, of course he won, I believe against Valencia away at Mestalla. But then both the years, Xavi Hernandez full seasons, we drew to Getafe away. And also we drew against Rayo Vallecano at home, I believe. So Barcelona in the last 3 years have drew the opening game twice. We cannot make the same mistake that we have in the past. And Barcelona in La Liga, I want Hansi Flick and the team to start off well. Listen, this team that we're about to play, Real Mallorca, they are not an easy team. They got Muriqi. They got a certain somebody called Pablo Torre that we know all about and all about his talent. And what I need you guys to do is smash up the likes and subscribe to the channel, guys. Are you not entertained, guys? Come on, smash the likes and do your boy a solid. But, guys, I do want to actually start off with the La Liga table from last year because Barcelona, as we all know, we swept Spain. Barcelona won the domestic treble, right? In Spain, we won every single trophy. Copa del Rey, La Liga, Spanish Super Cup. And Barcelona fans, I feel like sometimes we kind of took it for granted. I see Barcelona fans complaining about the UCL, and I understand the UCL, I want it too. But the fan base, just because we're starving for a UCL, we cannot forget what Hansi Flick did in his first year at Barcelona. He took a team that Xavi Hernandez, who's my legend, of course, I appreciate him for all the good things that he did, right, as a coach. Of course, I'm speaking about coach right now. Xavi Hernandez did his thing, right, with Lamine Yamal, Fermin, Cabarsi, won a La Liga also. But Hansi Flick legitimately turned Barcelona into European juggernauts. Barcelona, for the first time, I looked at Hansi Flick's Barca, and I was like, this team legitimately could have won the Champions League. I never felt that way about Xavi's Barcelona. But let's actually move on to Mallorca because they're going to be the opposition, the team that FC Barcelona will be playing against. And you guys can see that Mallorca finished 10th mid-table. They had a poor ending to their campaign, right? Losing 3 out of their last 5 games in La Liga last season. But Mallorca, I actually went ahead and I did a little bit of a deep dive, right? And this was their last game that they played against Hamburg from Germany. And look at this. Asano grabbed the goal. Muriqi, both of these guys. Muriqi has had some good games against Barcelona in the past. Mojica, he's a very good left back. Roman had that one crazy game that Barcelona, in the last time that we played Mallorca, I think we shot the ball 40 times, and I think 22 was on target, might have been more, and Roman was impeccable. But the main man, Pablo Torre, Barcelona gave Mallorca their main guy. They gave him the keys. Mallorca legitimately gave Pablo Torre the keys. He is their number 10. And Barcelona, I cannot handle, if it happens, a Pablo Torre revenge game. That cannot happen. A Pablo Torre revenge game would be horrible. Imagine Torre haunting FC Barcelona. He never really got a chance under Hansi Flick. Never really got a chance under Xavi Hernandez. And what if in his first game against Barcelona, he just haunts Barca and grabs all 3 points? That cannot happen. Pablo Torre is a great midfielder. I'm not going to lie. And that's a concern for me. Frankie de Jong, are you going to be switched on defensively? Because Pablo Torre, he can shoot. He can find a pass. And I think that we might have to man mark him. This guy's a good player and never really got the chance at Barcelona. So I just wanted to point out, this might be the team exactly that Barcelona faced on Saturday. It might be this exact team that they played in their last game against in preseason against Hamburg. But I do want to move on and speak about Barcelona now, right? We spoke enough about Mallorca, right? Barcelona, what I will say is that it looks like Barca are trying to have Joan Garcia and Marcus Rashford registered in time. Of course, many reports were saying it's going to be Joan Garcia only and Rashford will have to wait. But all I'm saying is that Joan Garcia, I really want him to be out there. If Joan Garcia is there, right, the insurance, right, at the back, I feel like Barcelona have an even better chance to beat Mallorca. Joan Garcia has to be there. Marcus Rashford, it would be a bit of a bonus. It would be great to have. We saw what he could do in this preseason against Como, against Daegu. Very good. He looks promising. But Joan Garcia is the guy, the main guy. If Barca could just register him, we need that. That is a necessity. Marcus Rashford, for this game, if he misses, it's not the end of the world. But I would love to have both. And let's move on to my favorite part of the match previews, which is if I was Hansi Flick. Because, guys, if Joan Garcia gets registered, he is starting. No debate, guys. That's not even a hot take. Joan Garcia, if he gets registered, he will play, and that's a huge impact right there. I'll go all out on the limb, and I'll say if Joan Garcia starts this game, I think Barca win. There's no way Barcelona do not score. I think we keep a clean sheet if Joan Garcia is there. Jules Koundé as the right back, guys. I don't know why Eric Garcia. I'm seeing a lot of rumors. Eric and Koundé. Is Eric Garcia really impressing Hansi Flick this much? He's starting in the preseason games. Last season, we saw when Koundé got injured, Eric actually held his own. But for me, I still think Koundé is the starter. Ronald Araujo and Cabarsi as the center backs. In my opinion, I know a lot of people are going to say Christensen. And let me know in the comments, who would you start as the center backs? But I do believe Ronald Araujo against Como looked very good, right? That high line, that was the best game I've ever seen from Ronald Araujo, right? With the high line, understanding it, right? We saw against, I believe, Inter Milan. He just doesn't really understand. He doesn't really get it. He's been struggling, but I think, you know what, Hansi Flick, I just believe Hansi Flick trusts Araujo a bit more than Christensen so far, because why would he sub him in against Inter still, right? Why is he still the starter in preseason? Why did he give him the captaincy? I think Araujo still is slightly above Christensen, but we'll see. If Christensen's there, I'm not debating. Great center back. Alejandro Balde is my starting left back. I think by a landslide. Gerard Martin, right? Even Joffrey Torrens has improved enough. Alejandro Balde, for me, definitely starts right this year. Probably all year long. Let's be honest, right? Pedri Gonzalez, Pedri Potter, Pedrigo, right? Pedri Gonzalez, I feel like that, you know what? I think he's the only untouchable in the midfield. Frankie de Jong, on the other hand, of course, he's my starter for tomorrow and in the season, but I think that Frankie de Jong, Casado, Gavi, these guys can give you a run for your money. And let's see next year, maybe even Marc Bernal, right? But the wingers, Lamine Yamal, Raphinha, need I say less? Both of these guys, absolute ballers. Raphinha is the goal-scoring winger. Lamine Yamal is a bit of a hybrid, but he's the guy who makes the dominoes tick, right? Lamine Yamal, star boy. Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world, in my opinion, right? If the Ballon d'Or is what I think it is, Lamine Yamal should win it. But it is what it is. Lamine Yamal is the guy who gets the dominoes ticking. He's our 1v1 specialist. And Lamine Yamal, he's so big for this Barcelona team. I think, you know what? If he can be a goal scorer too, that's going to put this team not just up one gear, but up 2 gears, right? But the 2 spots up for grabs for me are striker and also cam. But let's start off with striker, because I think it's very simple, right? It's going to be Ferran, because Marcus Rashford, he simply is not registered yet, and we do not know. He still might not be registered by the time this game kicks off. So for me, Ferran, you know what? We know that's going to work. Ferran Torres under Hansi Flick has been a revelation. And Hansi Flick, right? I don't know how he does it, but Ferran has been honestly superb, right? I've been a guy who's been Ferran out in the past, but under Hansi Flick, no. Hansi Flick has got the shark cooking. But guys, if we're being real, the biggest question is who starts as the number 10, Dani Olmo or Fermin Lopez? For me, give it to the hot hand. Fermin Lopez, give him the start, Hansi Flick, because this guy, the way that he performed, the way that he pressed against Como, reward the hot hand. Fermin Lopez, you know what? He might even score an opening goal in La Liga. I could really see it. Lamine Yamal passing to Fermin, and he just bangs it in. But Dani Olmo, once again, off the bench has been amazing, right? Against Rayo in his debut, against Celta de Vigo, right? In that comeback where Raphinha scored that penalty. Listen, Dani Olmo can do that off the bench role. It's no problem. And you know what? He picked up an injury. I think it's the best role. And give Fermin Lopez the start. The way that he presses, the way that he runs for the badge. Listen, I'm not a guy who's a passion merchant, but Fermin Lopez gives his absolute all, and he's got quality. So I would give Fermin the start. But what are you guys saying? Smash up the likes. What is your prediction, right? I'm going to go with 4-1 Barcelona. You know what? 20 goals in preseason. I expect us to still do well. I think, you know what? Maybe we don't score 5. I think 3-1, maybe 4-1. I expect the first half to be tough, but in the second half, I think Barcelona will come out on top. So guys, let me know. Smash the likes. What is your prediction for the game? Listen, subscribe if you are new, and I will see y'all soon. Peace. Visca Barca.